Hello everyone. In previous video we discussed about the color code of the register, and there are two types of the registers that we had discussed. Now today we are going to study how resistivity of material dependent on temperature. So on basis of resistivity we classify the materials in three categories. First one, that is conductors. Okay. Second one, that is semiconductors, and third one, that is insulators. So now resistivity of these materials is dependent on temperatures. Also the resistivity of these materials are differently dependent on the temperatures. Okay, so we discuss how resistivity of these materials are dependent on temperatures. First of all, we remember this one: the resistivity of metal is increased with increase in temperature. These we discuss in letters in detail. Second one, that is the resistivity of semiconductor decrease with increase in temperatures. This is exactly opposite to metals. Okay, once again I repeat, the resistivity of metals is increased with increase in temperatures, and the resistivity of semiconductor it decrease with increase in temperatures. So this one we discuss in later. So first of all, we consider the resistivity for the metals. Okay, and the resistivity of the metals can be formulated or can be expressed by this equation. What is rho T is equal to rho 0 in bracket 1 plus alpha in bracket T minus T0. But here notice that this equation is valid for or over limited range of the temperature. Okay, only a small range of the temperature, the resistivity for the metals can be defined by this equation. But the large range of the temperature, this equation is not hold. Okay, so over the small range or limited range of the temperature, the resistivity for the metals can be defined by this equation. In this equation, here we have rho T. So that is the resistivity of material at temperature T, at specific value of the temperature. Here rho 0, that is the resistivity of metal at the reference temperatures. You take some reference temperature, so that is T0. So here rho T is the resistivity of material at temperature T. Rho 0 is resistivity of material at temperature T0. Here alpha is the temperature coefficient of the resistivity. What? The temperature coefficient of the resistivity, that is defined by alpha. Now what is the unit for alpha? So for that we derive the equation for alpha. So from this equation we have rho T by rho 0 is equal to 1 plus alpha in bracket T minus T0. Okay, also alpha is equal to, this is in multiplication, so that is in denominator, so when you turn in RHS, then this is in addition in this sides, that is 1 is addition in RHS, when we take in LHS, that is in subtractions. That means rho T minus rho 0, rho T by rho 0 minus 1. But here this is the ratio of same quantity, that means this is unitless. Also here 1 is the numbers, it doesn't have any units, so in numerators there is no unit. Now in denominator you have temperatures, so you can see that the alpha is inversely proportional to temperature. So unit of the alpha, that is inverse to the temperature unit. We know that for temperature we have two units, one is the Celsius degree Celsius, and second one, that is Kelvin. So from this one we conclude that the unit of the alpha, that is inverse of temperature, that means degree Celsius inverse or Kelvin inverse. Okay, so from equation alpha is equal to rho T by rho 0 minus 1 divided by T minus T0. From this equation we derive the unit for the alpha, that is degree centigrade inverse or Kelvin inverse, that is known as temperature coefficient of the resistivity. Also for metal the alpha value, that is positive, and for semiconductor alpha value that is negative. What is the alpha? Alpha is temperature coefficient of the resistivity. Now here you have given the tables. So that tables, in these tables you have given the values of resistivity for the conductors and semiconductors. So this column is your resistivity and this one your temperature coefficients of the resistivity. So from the table you can see that the temperature coefficients for the conductors, that is positive value. Okay, that is positive value. But the temperature coefficient for semiconductor, that is negative value. Okay, so here this is discussion about what is the resistivity dependence on temperatures. Here we consider only for metals, and that resistivity is given by or expressed by this equation that we have considered, this one. But this equation is valid for over limited range of the temperatures. Also here alpha is the temperature coefficients of the resistivity, and their unit is inverse of temperature unit, that is degree centigrade inverse or Kelvin inverse. Here rho T, that is resistivity at temperature T, and rho 0, that is resistivity at reference temperature T0. Okay, so now we discuss about what is the graph between rho T versus temperatures. So from that we conclude that what is the graph nature of the resistivity versus the temperature. So we discuss that one. So now we have draw the resistivity temperature graph for metals, alloys and semiconductors. Okay, so from this equation that we have considered in previous theory, you can see this one. So this equation is like y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, this is similar to this one. This equation that we have considered for limited range of the temperature, for metals the resistivity is given by this equation, but this equation is like this y is equal to mx plus c. And we know that this is the equation for line. When we draw the graph between y versus x, so we get the straight line, the straight lines. So similarly we can say that when we draw the graph between rho T versus temperature, so this graph becomes a straight line. Okay, but here notice that at very low temperature, below the centigrade, 0 centigrade, below the 0 degree centigrade, the behavior of this graph is not straight line but slightly deviated. This figure is given. This figure is so that at the temperature range below the 0 degree Celsius, the graph between rho T versus temperature is not straight line but slightly deviated, this one. Now here you can see from this graph, in this x-axis you have given the temperature and here you have resistivity, but here notice that your temperature given is Kelvin. Okay, now what is the relationship between degree centigrade and kelvins? So 0 degree centigrade is equal to 273.15 kelvins. Okay, that means when you convert the degree centigrade temperature in Kelvin, you must be add the 273.15 Kelvin. So here you notice that this is the Kelvin scale. That means this is below the 0. At 1 Kelvin, that is 1 Celsius, that is you have, that is nearly 273.15. That means somewhere here 273 point something. At this stage you get 1 degree Celsius, and below this one you have, this is below to 0 degree Celsius, and in this portion you get the graph that is not straight line, that is indicate here. Okay, but after this point your value of the temperature is above the 0 degree Celsius centigrade. So now you get the straight line value, straight line graph between resistivity and temperature. Is it okay? So here you have given the graph that is for below the 0 degree centigrade temperature. Here your temperature is not given in centigrade but given in kelvins. So for that you remember that 0 degree Celsius, that is 273.15 Kelvin. Is it okay? So from this graph we conclude that below the 0 degree Kelvin or below the 273.15 Kelvin temperature, your graph is not straight line but deviated. For which temperature? Below the 0 degree centigrade or below the 273.15 Kelvin. This is equivalent to 0 degree centigrade. So at below this temperature, your graph is not straight line but slightly deviated. Okay, but at the room temperature, your graph between rho T versus temperature, this is your resistivity versus temperature, that is straight line. So now we discuss about what is the resistivity temperature graph for alloy. And for that we consider one alloy, that is nichrome. What? Nichrome. So nichrome is the mixtures of the nickel, iron and chromium. And from this graph we conclude that the resistivity depends on the temperature, that is not large. It is slightly dependent on temperature. Then we can say that the resistivity of such alloys are independent on temperature. Nearly there is some dependence but very small dependence on the resistivity on the temperatures. You can see here your temperature is given in Kelvin degree and Kelvin unit, and here resistivity, that is ohm into centimeters. So you can see your temperature is increased from 1 to 800 Kelvin, 1 to 800 Kelvin, but your resistivity is increased slightly from this one to this, that means 0.1 ohm into centimeters. So this is very small change in the resistivity with respect to temperatures. So for alloys like the nichrons, the resistivity for these materials are not large dependence on the temperatures, okay, but have the weak dependence resistivity with temperature. Similarly, when you take another two alloys, that is manganese and constant, that have same behavior like this one. And you remember that whenever we discuss about the wire bounded resistors, at that times we take some materials base and on this base we wrap some wires. This wire is made up of these alloys like this one, this nichrome and manganese and constant. Why we use these types of the materials for wrapping this wire over this base? Because these materials have the resistivity is does not dependent on temperature. And at that time we discuss about how the temperature dependence of the resistivity is reflected on electric currents. Okay, because of that these like this alloy manganese, constant and nichrons are used for wrapping the wire over the wire bounded resistor. Is it okay? So in short, the resistivity for nichrome or manganese like this alloy have the weak dependence on the temperature. That means the change in resistivity is very small compared to range of the temperatures. Now for the semiconductors, you notice that in previous case when we discuss about alloys and metals, at that times your resistivity is increased with temperature. When your temperature is increased, your resistivity is also increased. But now we have the case in which for increasing temperature the resistivity is decreasing. For what? For the semiconductors. So why this has happened, that we discuss later, but here remember that your resistivity of the conductors of the semiconductors is decreased with increase in temperature. Okay, and one graph is given, you can see when your temperature is increasing your resistivity is decrease. Is it okay? So this is the discussion about the resistivity versus temperature graph for metals, alloys and semiconductors. Okay, for metals we have discussed. This is given by this equation, and this equation is straight line equation. So for the metals you get the resistivity versus time graph, that is straight line. But here notice that below the 0 degree centigrade or below the 273.15 Kelvin temperature, your straight line behavior is changed and slightly deviated behavior is there for the resistivity versus temperature. Then we discuss about the alloy. So there is some weak dependence of the resistivity with temperature, and then we discuss about the semiconductors, and at that times we discuss about the resistivity is decreasing with increasing temperature. Now we try to understand why the resistivity of the metals are increasing with increasing temperature, and the resistivity of semiconductor is decreasing with increasing temperature. Okay, we discuss in detail. So we know that the conductivity of the material is given by this equation. This equation gives you the conductivity. What? Conductivity. This equation is your conductivity. Now we know that the resistivity is given by the inverse of the conductivity. Resistivity is given by the inverse of conductivity. So here the first equation, that is your conductivity. First equation, that is your conductivity. Now you can see this equation for conductivity. Now here the resistivity is inverse of conductivity. So from this equation you can say that the resistivity, this resistivity is given by m divided by n e square into tau. N e square into tau. So here your m is the mass of the electron. Here E, that is the electric charge. What is the mass of electron? That is constant. That is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31. 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. That is mass of the electrons. That is constant quantity. Here your small e, that is electric charge of the electrons. What is the electric charge of the electrons? That is given by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 90 coulomb. That is also fixed. That means your resistivity is dependent on n and tau. Now what is the n? So your n value, that is the number of electron per unit volume. Number of the electron per unit volumes. And your tau is the relaxation time. Now what is the relaxation time? So relaxation time is time between successive collision. Okay, that you discuss, that we have discussed in previous slide. Okay, now here some mistake is there. We cannot draw on this slide. So for that we switch over in previous slide, and then at their space I discuss what is the dependence of the resistivity on relaxation time and number of the electrons per unit volumes. Okay, we switch over in previous slide. So for that you remember this equation, conductivity. So here the conductivity is given by n e square by m into tau. Our theory is given in this slide, but here I unable to write somewhere something. Because of that we switch over in previous slide, and at this place we discuss our topic, what is the dependence on resistivity. So now here you have given the conductivity. Now resistivity is inversely proportional to conductivity. So your equation for resistivity is given by rho is equal to n e square by m into 1 by tau. Now here you notice that what is the resistivity? Sorry, here you have conductivity, that is given by sigma is equal to n e square by m into tau. Now your resistivity is inversely proportional to conductivity. That means now your value is m by n e square into 1 by tau. Okay, here your m, that is mass of electron, that is constant. What is the value of mass of electron? That is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. Here your E, that is electric charge of the electrons, that is also fixed. What is the value of mass and electric charge? So mass of the electrons, that is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. This is fixed. Now what is the electric charge? That is minus 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So these both quantities are fixed. So now you can see your resistivity is dependent only n value and tau value, because your m and E are constant. These both are constants. So now your resistivity is inversely proportional to n and tau. Now what is the n and what is the tau? That you know. Okay, so from this one we conclude that our resistivity is inversely proportional to n and rho is also inversely proportional to tau. So now your n is number of electrons per unit volume and this tau is your relaxation time. And what is the relaxation time? So relaxation time is defined as the time between successive collisions. Electron can be collide with the fixed ions. So successive collision is taken place, and between these times, time between successive collision, that is known as relaxation time. Okay, so first we consider this dependence. Rho is inversely proportional to tau. Now we consider metal case. So in metals, when temperature is increasing, so the collisions will be taken place fast. That means collision between electrons and fixed ion will be taken place fast. That means relaxation time will be small. Okay, what? Relaxation time is small because the collision is taken place fast. So when relaxation time is small, so your resistivity is high. Okay, what happens where temperature is increased? The collision rate will be increased, and when collision rate is increased, then relaxation time is decreased. When relaxation time is decreased, your resistivity is increased. In short, when temperature is increased, so the resistivity of the metals it also increasing. You remember this thing. What? When temperature is increased, then resistivity of metal is also increased. How this is increased? Because when temperature is increased, the collision rate, electrons and fixed ions is increased. That means relaxation time is decreased. If relaxation is time decreased, then resistivity is increased, because both are inversely proportional. Okay, so you remember that when temperature is increased, the resistivity for metals, okay, for conductors, you consider the metallic conductors. This is for conductors. We discuss about conductors, semiconductors and insulators. So when temperature is increased, the resistivity of the conductors is also increasing. So why this happens, and what is the dependence of n on temperature? So when we increase the temperature, the numbers of electrons inside the conductors does not dependent on temperature. That means for the conductors, your resistivity is dependent only on the relaxation time. That means temperature is increased, relaxation time is decreased, and your resistivity is increased for conductor only. But when we consider the insulators or semiconductors, at that time your resistivity is dependent on both number of the electrons per unit volume and relaxation times. That means when your temperature is increased, so numbers of the free electrons which is present in semiconductors or some impurities, they may be increased. So n is increased. When n is increased, so your rho is decreased, because rho and n are inversely proportional. So this is for semiconductors and for insulators. In short, for semiconductors, your rho, when your temperature is increased, your rho is decreased. How this has happened? When your temperature is increased, your number of electrons is increased, and number of electrons and resistivity are inversely proportional. So that means number of electrons increase, then resistivity is decreased. So you remember these things. This is our theory. Here you have given. So here this all discussion that we learned in previous slide. In short, I explain your resistivity for the conductors is dependent only on tau, or n is there but n is not changed with respect to temperature for conductor only. Okay, for conductors. So when your temperature is increased for the conductors, so at that time your relaxation time is decreased and your resistivity is increased. This is for conductor. Okay, but for the semiconductors, when your temperature is increased, the numbers of the free electrons per unit volumes that also increase, and when number of free electrons is increased, your resistivity is decreased. So this is most important theories. Now we stop here. So today we starting from dependence of the resistivity on temperature, and we discuss for metals, alloys and semiconductor and also insulators. Okay, we stop here. Thank you.